Hello, I'm Jocelyn and this is Just Right Beauty, my first attempt at a YouTube tutorial. So I hope you enjoy. Please like and subscribe if you do, and hopefully I will start putting out more and more videos. If you have any suggestions on things that you'd like to see, please drop them below. I'll be showing you how to achieve this rose gold eye makeup. Want to learn how to achieve this eyeshadow? Please keep watching. We are going to start with concealer or an eyeshadow primer. I don't have an eyeshadow primer. If you're looking for one, I will link some below in the description. I'm going to be using the Maybelline New York Fit Me in light, like very light. And so I'm just gonna go in with this on my eyes. I'm going in with that flat Ofra brush, that flat blending brush, and I am just going to blend all of that concealer out, just making a nice even surface for us to lay our shadows down. And there's something on my eye. And then a tip that I like, that I've heard, is you take your finger and obviously like make sure you're washing your hands all the time, but like especially when you're applying your makeup, wash your hands or have a bottle of hand sanitizer there so you can keep your hands clean, because you are going to be touching your face usually when you're doing your makeup. So I like to take my finger here and just literally pressing my finger into my eyeball. Not into my eyeball, but y'all know what I mean. You know what I mean. Okay. We have our primer down, our concealer down. What this does is it removes the veins and like the darkness from your eyes so that you have a nice clean slate and your colors pop a lot more and they're a lot more vibrant when you're applying them. So for shadow today, we're going to be using the J.Hill, her original palette. This was a present for me. It has been used. It has been used a lot. But I really love it. It was like my go-to like palette for a long time. So now I find myself using it all the time. Yeah, okay. I'm going to start by going in with the Morphe 441 blending brush. So I have hooded eyes, meaning when I look straight on, there is like a little flap of skin that hangs over my eyelid. So I can't apply color directly in my crease, otherwise it disappears. So let me show you what it looks like when I apply eyeshadow into my crease. And I remember when I was younger and I would get so frustrated because I was watching YouTube tutorials, because I've been watching YouTubers for a long time. And I remember watching them and being like, well, why doesn't it look like that? Why doesn't my eyeshadow look like that? You know? If you look at my eye straight on, okay, you'll see that the color is disappearing underneath this hood here. So what we want to do, I'm going to get more of that silk cream color. I'm going to apply this above my eye crease when I have a hooded eye. So you can see where my eye is creasing. I'm going to actually use my eye while it's open and apply my shadow while my eye is open so that I can see where that transition shade is being applied to. And I really like to start with a little bit of eyeshadow and then work up, versus like you can tell when I went in with this eye, I had a lot of pigment on there and just kind of went in. Yeah, make sure you start with a little. You can always add more. Eyeshadows are meant for like layering, but you cannot really remove shadow one at a time. Once it's on there, it's on there. So just be careful. So we're gonna go in with this color here called Hunts, like the ketchup, I guess. We're going to apply this just over the silk cream that we just applied. Very light touch, and I'm going in small circular motions. I'm making my circles going inward when I work towards the inner part of the eye, and I swirl them outward when I'm going towards the outside of the eye. wiper a little bit just to get stuff spread out. Going with this like maroon color here, which is called Jack's. And I'm actually going to switch from my Morphe MM4 to my Eco Tools blending brush. Remember, this one's a little bit denser, a little bit smaller, so we have a little bit more control over the pigment. And I'm starting in the inner corner again and just working in small circles towards the middle of my eye. And this one I'm not taking up as high either. I am blending it up a little bit, but I am mostly focusing this right in the corner of my eye. That way when I look straight ahead, you can see that we're starting to build some depth in that corner and pull the eye out and make them look a little bit bigger. Okay, so we've created a lot of depth in the eyes. I'm gonna go in now with this really small detail blending brush, and I am going to go in this super dark color down here called Soda Pop. It's a very dark, deep purple color. I'm just gonna put that guy on my brush, and I'm going to really focus it along the lash line and up into the corner. And you can see why it's so important to have different size brushes. Because if I were to try and go in with like this brush to do this, it would just literally pack on that color right there. And we want this to be very blended in with the other colors that we are using. Bring back in, any more color. You'll see that I am starting by pressing the pigment where I want it, and then doing small circles to blend it into place. Okay, beautiful. I'm going to apply our lid color. This is usually something that's more shimmery or glittery or eye-catching. This is the highest point, or like the tallest point of our eye, so it sticks out right because our eye is round. We want to really highlight that top part of the eye, and that's why we created so much depth in the corners. This one is like a peachy color with a gold shimmer in it, so I'm just gonna go in and pick up this on my flat brush here, and then I'm going to just press onto my lid. So you'll see where you haven't applied shadow yet, and we're just gonna press. I love how this catches like pink and gold and like all the different colors in it. Sometimes you will get a little bit of fallout. I don't know if you can see it on my cheek here. Don't worry about it, it's okay. If you're doing a really dramatic eye look, you can do your eyeshadow first and then apply base makeup after, so that you don't have to worry about like the fallout hitting your makeup, like your base makeup. A little bit of pop. For the fallout that just happened, we're going to take a big fluffy brush and just swipe that away. Okay. I'm going to go back in with our first Morphe brush and just kind of blend out between that dark color and our shimmery color. Wow, we are almost done. Now we're just going to do our under eye. So I'm going to go in with Silk Cream, that first color that we used as a transition color. And I am just going to run that along my under eye. This is gonna help because I have wrinkles. It's gonna help kind of blend out some of those wrinkles, blur those, start adding depth to our eye. And now I'm gonna go in with just a little bit, bit of that Hunt's color, that red rusty color, and I'm going to run that also. But I'm going to start by pressing it into the corner and then dragging it to the inner corner. Press and drag. And the brush does a lot of the blending work for you. Once again, I'm going to go up into that corner. I'm going to smear. Smear it down. And I really like how this smokes out the lower lash line. I feel like it really completes an eyeshadow look. Okay, last thing, I'm gonna go in with that, that really deep purple color again on the fluffy blending brush. Same thing, going right into the corner of the eye. And just adding a little bit of depth to tie it all together. So yeah, that is the eyeshadow look. That is what we have. Did I answer some of your questions? So I threw on some lipstick and some mascara, and this is the complete look.